Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. I didn't want to waste mental energy on that. Coco Gauff gives honest depiction on why she isn't playing US Open mixed doubles. When the US Open organizers unveiled the glittering list of entrants for their revamped mixed doubles event, the roll call read like a who's who of tennis royalty. Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Jessica Pegula, Madison Keys, Elena Rybakina, Mira Andreeva, Emma Raducanu, and Jasmine Paolini are all signed up. On the men's side, Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, Taylor Fritz, Alexander Zverev, and Daniil Medvedev have all confirmed their spots. Yet, one glaring omission caught the eye. Reigning French Open champion and women's doubles regular Coco Gauff will be nowhere near the mixed doubles draw. The new event, scheduled for August 19th to 20th at Flushing Meadows, will run just before the main singles action begins. Organizers have paired big-name WTA and ATP stars into tantalizing combinations: Pegula and Tommy Paul, Sinner and Emma Navarro, Casper Ruud and Swiatek, Fritz and Rybakina, and a marketing dream team of Alcaraz and Raducanu. However, the format has drawn criticism from double specialists, who feel they are being robbed of income as wildcards have been given to high-profile singles players. Pegula welcomed the chance to play, but acknowledged communication with organizers could have been better. "I'm honored that they asked me to play. It's going to be great, it's going to be fun, and the fans will really enjoy it," she said. At the same time, how they went about it, I didn't think was really great. "You guys went rogue and changed the format and didn't tell anybody. You just did it. Did you talk to the players? Did you get their input?" As for Gauff, her absence was a matter of timing and priorities rather than a lack of interest. "For me, it was just because I know the free week of the US Open is already packed for me, for sponsor things, and it was just like a whole other thing. And I'm very competitive. If I were to lose, I would not be happy. So, I didn't want to waste mental energy on that." Her decision was also influenced by the tight turnaround from the Cincinnati Open, where the WTA 1000 final is scheduled for Monday, August 18th. The mixed doubles begins the next day in New York. Then on top of the sponsor stuff, the pre-week, and then knowing that this finished on Monday and potentially having to play on Tuesday. "I just knew it wasn't going to work out for me, scheduling-wise," she explained. "I plan my sponsor weeks literally like a year out, sometimes a year and a half out, and when this whole thing was coming up, I was already booked and busy." The American continued to talk about the event by saying, "I think it's cool, and I think it's going to be an exciting 2 days, and not knocking it off for the future." While Gauff's absence from mixed doubles may disappoint fans, it illustrates the razor-fine planning required for elite players. Currently playing in Ohio, Gauff's campaign began solidly. She beat Sinyu Wang 6-3, 6-2 in the second round. During the third round, she advanced without hitting a ball as her scheduled opponent, Diana Yastremska, withdrew due to illness. That walkover nudged Gauff directly into the round of 16, where she is set to face Italy's Lucia Bronzetti, who earned her spot by beating Elena Ostapenko 1-6, 6-3, 6-4. With doubles income debates simmering and scheduling realities pressing, her choice reflects a careful balance between competitiveness and calendar logistics. As the US Open looms and her Cincinnati clash with Bronzetti approaches, Coco Gauff is laser-focused, not on new events, but on managing her energy, her sponsors, and her path toward her next Grand Slam push. Coco Gauff stood in front of the press with the same poise she held on court, sweat still glistening on her forehead like battle marks. Her words were unfiltered, as refreshing as a drop shot in a baseline rally. "I didn't want to waste mental energy on that," she said, responding to a question about a controversial line call, a noisy fan, or maybe the media circus swirling around her every move. The exact that didn't matter as much as the truth behind it. Coco had grown, not just in years or ranking, but in awareness. This was the voice of a 21-year-old athlete who'd lived a lifetime since she stunned Venus Williams at Wimbledon at just 15. It was clarity, it was maturity, and it was revolutionary in a sport where players are often expected to be warriors without vulnerability, machines without emotion. The unseen game. In tennis, The match the world sees, the rallies, the aces, the unforced errors, is only half the battle. The other half happens in the mind. It's in the moment a player loses 3 games in a row and wonders if she's unraveling. It's in the way they process boos from the crowd, biased commentary, or the 1,000 silent expectations piled on their shoulders by sponsors, fans, and the ghosts of champions past. For Coco, that battle has always been fierce. From the beginning, she wasn't just a tennis player. She was the future, a prodigy, a symbol of hope, a representative of change. She didn't just play matches, she played roles. "I used to carry every little thing with me," she admitted in another interview. A bad call, a comment online, a headline. I would replay it like a match point I lost. That kind of weight could crush anyone. And yet, here she was, still standing, still swinging, still smiling, but different, stronger, sharper. That's why her words, "I didn't want to waste mental energy on that," meant more than they seemed. The evolution of focus. When athletes speak about focus, it's usually in terms of performance, focusing on the next point, the next match, the goal ahead. But Gauff's focus is broader. It's existential. It's about what deserves space in her mental universe. "Not everything deserves my reaction," she once posted on her Instagram story, as if reminding herself as much as her followers. That sentiment echoes through her evolution. Early in her career, she was everyone's darling, a Cinderella story the world couldn't stop watching. But with fame came scrutiny. Her joy became content. Her defeats became debate points. At some point, she had to make a choice. Feed the noise or feed herself. She chose the latter. That's the heart of her statement. Mental energy is a finite resource. And Coco, who juggles tennis with activism, interviews, brand deals, and personal growth, has learned to treat her attention like currency. And some things, some distractions, they're just not worth it. A quiet revolution. Gauff's statement might not scream rebellion, but it is radical in its own way. In a culture obsessed with reaction, where hot takes are instant and athletes are expected to constantly engage, it takes courage to not care. To say, "This doesn't deserve me right now." Naomi Osaka lit that flame when she stepped away from the French Open, citing mental health. Simone Biles fanned it further when she pulled out of Olympic events to protect her well-being. Coco is continuing that movement in her own way, by showing that mastery isn't just about technical skills or tactics. It's about control over your internal world. Her words echo a deeper truth that goes beyond tennis. How many of us waste energy on things we can't control? A boss's tone, a tweet, a passing judgment. Gauff's approach is a quiet lesson in self-preservation. It's about not letting external chaos rent space in your head. The match within. On court, Gauff is a force of nature, fast, fierce, focused. Off court, she's equally compelling. Her maturity is not forced, it's earned. When she talks about pressure, she doesn't deny it. She reframes it. "I put pressure on myself because I believe in what I can do," she once said. "But I don't let other people's expectations write my story." It's a message that resonates far beyond sport. Whether you're a student, a parent, a creator, or a dreamer, we all battle expectations. We all carry invisible scorecards. Coco's decision to reclaim her mental energy is a kind of liberation, a declaration that you can care deeply without letting everything consume you. Growth isn't always loud. For many, growth looks like winning trophies or climbing rankings. For Gauff, it also looks like silence. The kind of silence that comes from choosing not to engage, from letting go, from trusting that what matters most isn't what people say about you. It's what you say to yourself. When she said she didn't want to waste mental energy, she wasn't avoiding the moment. She was elevating above it. That's a harder skill to master than a forehand winner down the line. It's emotional discipline. It's maturity disguised as simplicity. And it's the kind of wisdom that often comes after heartbreak, exhaustion, and introspection. The kind of wisdom we don't expect from someone her age, but should. The legacy she's writing. Coco Gauff is still in the early chapters of her story. There will be more Grand Slams, more interviews, more debates. But what she's already given the world is bigger than her stats. She's given us permission to pause, to protect our peace, to know that not every battle is worth fighting, to recognize that strength also looks like stillness. In a world where we're constantly told to do more, be more, and react faster, Coco Gauff is modeling a different kind of excellence, one rooted in self-awareness and intentional living. When she said, "I didn't want to waste mental energy on that," she was doing more than brushing off a distraction. She was offering a mantra for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed, misunderstood, or undervalued. And maybe, just maybe, that's her greatest serve yet. Final thoughts. Coco Gauff's honest depiction of focus and mental clarity is more than a soundbite. It's a blueprint. It's a reminder that excellence isn't just about doing everything, but about doing the right things, with heart, discipline, and a quiet kind of courage. So the next time you find yourself caught up in something draining, ask yourself, is this worth my mental energy? If not, do as Coco did. Step back, breathe deep, and move forward. With purpose, with peace, with power.